All right, man. Fuck. Excuse the cursing early at the top, man, but we're coming down. Adrenaline Vibes, episode 61. MIC podcast, man. Community content. You get it all here, man. We taking it back. No, I mean, like, now we taking it back. Mike is back on. You know what I mean? Thank you, Mike, after a fucking crazy performance, which we will get into. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about the pod, man. A lot of monumental milestones. Like I said, last night was a movie. I'll let you, get into that more, bro. But yeah, man, how you been? What's up? What shit you want to talk?
Well, thank you for having me on. I'm kidding. I own this, so I had to decide who's going to be on. And I wanted to be on because I knew that Drunk just hit 1 million.
Yeah,
We just had that performance last night, and then I got a very fun project that I'm working on right now that we're definitely going to talk about too, man.
yeah.
And yeah, dude, like last night, I mean, you can hear my voice right now.
Yeah,
my
well, like,
voice
let's
is
just,
not-
like, for people who don't
Yeah.
know, what was the event last night? Like, explain that, like.
Facts. So shout out to Bees Designs, Trey Tipton, shout out to Artie, Enzo, shout out to, everybody that was involved, last night.
Hell yeah.
Especially Bees, happy birthday to Bees. I think today, tomorrow's his actual birthday. And
Facts.
so basically, like, Pittsburgh has not in a long time have had an event that was, hip hop centric.
Yeah.
And creative centric, to that extent in
Yeah.
a very long time. I've been in the game for, 8 years now, and I haven't attended an event, quite like that. I've even thrown some pretty nice events myself, and so what they did was they have their own studio space, very large, venue spot, multi-floored, everything, and they had, some local artists come perform, and then once we were done performing, then Bees came out with some nude models, and he had them, body painted from head to toe, and he did a little runway walk for them, coming
Which was
out.
a great way to express himself creatively.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
And a great way to end a show,
Right,
man.
right, right.
Like, what
I
a
think-
great way to end a show. You know what I mean?
Right.
It keeps
More
people
venues should adopt
involved.
that. Just my opinion. but
Absolutely,
continue.
but stuff like
Yeah,
that. I mean,
real
it
shit
even
though.
opens up my mind to figuring out how I can get so many people creatively expressing their art
Right.
at the same show.
Not for sure.
Even the amount of videographers there that was last night, there was like 5, 6.
Easily.
Videographers
Yeah.
there last night, including Nathan. Shout out to him.
Shout out to
I mean,
Daniel Green.
always being a part of what we got going on. And getting some dope footage. So actually, hold on, let me just get a name real quick. I'll be very fast with this real quick because I don't want to forget the shout out. Because he filmed some of my footage last night too, and that's just gonna turn crazy. Mitchell from High Frequency Media.
Okay.
He got some great shots last
Yeah,
night too.
shout out to
I'll be in
Mitchell
touch with him
too.
this week. So, yeah, dude, it was a phenomenal event. I was just, happy to be a part of it and, continue to push this culture forward, which is what I've been trying to do since I started making music. So,
Yeah. Nah, man, that event was, like you said, it was just dope to kind of have all those people from different creative walks of life. You know what I mean? Like, it was just kind of a culmination of, like, you had the videographers there, the models on, like, I know there were some actresses and actors there that, like, like that were among the mix, and like, the vibe was just
Bro,
real
bro,
organic.
just on to the point, bro. There's
Yeah.
videographers, photographers,
Right,
actors,
right.
painters, graphic designers,
Yeah,
models,
facts.
rappers, singers.
Yep.
What art forms are we missing?
Yeah,
Damn
bro,
near.
it
Like,
was-
we're missing Jeff Fieldhouse opening up with a comedy act, and
Real shit.
we may have had every form of art shit
all
right
the
there
all the
in
bro,
one night.
all under one roof,
Crazy.
man. And it was just you really felt that like the audience, like, because it was a pretty exclusive event, right? You
Yeah.
could only RSVP.
Mhm.
Like, you had to know someone to grab the link.
Yep.
And I like that setup a lot. It just kind of created a more
A
I
great
guess-
crowd.
a great crowd,
Great crowd.
intimate, for lack of a better word. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, like, if that's necessarily the
Yeah.
word, but it just kind of felt like everyone was kind of family for the
Yeah.
night. Like, like, it was just a dope vibe.
Seemed like everybody
man.
was
Like,
involved, like even the crowd. You know what I mean?
crazy,
Like,
crazy shit.
was like involved in the process of the show.
So,
yeah.
I mean, we can dive more into that in your performance, but I mean, we see that, that plaque with your brother. Do you wanna, well, first of all, let me formally congratulate you on camera, man. 1 million streams is fucking crazy, sir. Let me shake your hand, man.
Thanks, sir.
That's crazy, bro. And just to even see that number, man, the 7 digits, the 2 commas is crazy. I mean, you've been kind of gearing up for this for, like a little bit now, like just like, kind of slowly watching the streams, just not yet, not yet. Oh, we're close, we're close. We finally fucking did it. So just explain, like, your mentality when you finally see 1 million under that song, you know what I mean? Just, getting to this point, like, how you feeling?
I mean, well, let's start off by saying, Drunk is now at 1 million streams on Spotify.
Yes, sir.
I am only either the 9th or 10th artist, let me say rapper, from Pittsburgh that has ever done this in the history of Pittsburgh. So I'm in a very small group of people now. And now I can comfortably say I'm a top 10 artist in the history of Pittsburgh. And that's still so far from my goal.
Yeah.
And that's what I sat with this. I told him, I even, posted about it, that like I really truly felt that I was gonna like break down and cry. You know what I mean? Of like this sense of like relief and the sense of like a weight taken off my shoulder. And while it gave me an extreme level of peace whenever this happened, I'm still so far away from my goal. I'm still so far away from my goal, and I'm fine with that because this was how I thought I was gonna start.
Yeah.
In my mind, I thought my first song was gonna hit this. And then we'd be sitting here on this podcast now all these years later talking about the first 10 million song, you know what I mean, that I got to. So this is just the beginning. Hit is going to be getting a placard like this one day too. It's just, I knew it was going to happen, man. And it's just, and then it finally happened. You know what I mean? It took time, it took longer, obviously, than I would have liked, but I finally got here. And again, whenever you get into a small list of individuals, you know what I mean? And I finally have cemented myself, in that forever because it's never gonna get less than 1 million streams. You know what I mean? That was something that like almost like I joked about. I was like, it's almost like I have this fear that someone's gonna unlisten. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna unstream it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which doesn't exist. Like it's not a thing. You know what I mean? I'm like as if this number can get any lower. Like it's only getting bigger. It's gone up another like 6,000 since this was taken. It's like I knew what that song did. You know what I mean? And what it was meant to do. And I was glad I was able to, present that last night, in front of the crowd. I can't wait to see the footage of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
That's super awesome. But yeah, man, no, it's just finally that it's peaceful to know that it's over now.
Yeah,
if I finally did it. You know what I mean? So
when you say like, you knew, was it hard to kind of like, get people to, I guess, see the vision that like, that this song in particular would hit a man?
Was it hard? It almost killed me.
Yeah.
Like literally, figuratively, like it almost killed me. Because I'm sitting there like running around looking like a fucking maniac talking about this is one of the best drunk songs that's ever been made. Period. You know what I mean? Like this is one of maybe like, I don't want to throw a number out there, but this is a song that you can play every single time you're drunk. Every single time. That's what it's meant to do. Anybody all around the world. If you know the word drunk, you can vibe with this song. You know what I mean? And you're drunk, you can sure as hell vibe with this song. You know what I mean? So I knew what it could do. And it wasn't that I made the song to do that. I was just talking about my drunk experiences from Penn State. And then after I wrote it, I was like, some people are going to feel that. People are going to feel that.
Yeah.
Like, some people are really going to feel that, and then the rest are going to vibe to it. I mean, it's just a vibe. It's an energy. It is drunk. You know what I mean? Like, I created drunk. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah.
No, facts. Bro, how, like, was it hard to, like, and, I don't know, man, correct me if I'm wrong, bro, but when you got that mill, did you have, like, a chip on your shoulder? Like, were you feeling like, all right, like, did you feel as if people didn't think it would have achieved or like a massive amount of streams? And like, did you find it hard to like not be like, fuck y'all?
No, absolutely. I definitely have a list of individuals and their addresses and their socials. And yeah, no, like, no, I definitely do have, people in mind that like I really wish I could just like strangle and like just like beat them up with this, placard to be like, did it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know damn well you either think I wasn't going to do this or you were so afraid that I was going to do this. Like, and I saw that more often than not of this like true fear in people of that I was gonna do this. Because what is he
Scared
gonna,
of what though?
because I got nothing going on in my life. Why the fuck? Like, again, bro. Like, I get how some people, if you know me, how you get upset with me because like I don't lose. Like I just,
It's crazy.
but you
Yeah.
know me. Like,
Yeah, no,
like
no,
candidly,
no.
like
You're
you,
a very capable.
like candidly, you
you're
can
a capable
co-sign right
person.
now that like I've never not achieved a goal in my life.
Nah, bro. You
Period.
are a super goal-oriented individual, and you do the utmost. You know what I mean, to achieve whatever you know what I mean you set out to
Period.
achieve.
So that makes people sick. That makes certain people sick, especially because it's none of it. I shouldn't say none of it, but like some of the things don't go together. Like I have a full academic scholarship. What the fuck does that have to do with my rap career?
Nothing.
I graduated from Penn State. What the fuck does that have to do?
Some walks of
with
life
drunk-
would even say
with
like,
William.
"Why did you waste your time going to school instead of just doing all that time?"
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like, but again, people who know me, especially from more so like back in the day,
Yeah.
because you met me in college when I'm just drinking and smoking every day.
yeah,
Like back in school, like I was one of the best academics in my school.
yeah.
So everybody just assumed that I was going to be a lawyer. Everybody assumed I was going to do extremely well in college. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like that assumption was like there, but like when it came to like rap, that assumption wasn't there.
Mhm.
And that's what bothered me. But if you really, really, really knew me, you should have saw the pieces adding up. Like you should have saw the pieces adding up. Again, like I've been involved in music since I was a kid. You know what I mean? I love hip hop. Every time you see me somewhere, I'm dancing. You know what I mean? Like,
So when, and you can definitely delve into this as much as you want, but as someone who is like the 9th or 10th person to reach 1 million streams in the city, right? Do you feel like your phone should be ringing more? Do you feel like, I mean, like how, like to what degree do you think the politics are, like affecting, I don't want to say affecting your opportunities, you know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
how, like what part do you think the politics are playing in you maybe not getting certain looks at this point at 1 million streams? And like, I know like we're still like, this really like, just happened like, 2-3 days ago, you know what I mean? But like,
let's also specify because you've been saying it. Like,
Yeah.
1 million streams on a song
Right.
on Spotify.
correct, right.
I
That's
have-
not even count SoundCloud,
Yeah.
YouTube,
I have
like,
millions of streams.
Right.
Like, I have millions of streams.
right.
But it's very hard to get 1 million on one song on one app.
1,000%.
And specifically Spotify. So
Yep. So I mean, like, yeah, just kind of break. I mean, in your, in your opinion, like, do you feel like it's politics, or like, do you feel like it's still quote unquote early? Like, you still kind of like there's still a bit of a grind there to kind of open up those floodgates.
it's
like,
a lack of infrastructure.
yeah.
That's
fact.
all it is.
That's
It's just
fact.
a lack of
That's a fact.
infrastructure. I say this all the time, and I preach this that cities in Atlanta, cities like Atlanta, Chicago, New York, they I mean, you've heard me now say even 20 times last night that you have
Atlanta for sure.
said major artist has 10 underlings. Major artist gets into this club, brings 10 underlings. Each underling gets a song played that night in which the mic is get handed to their hand and they get to perform. Then they go to the next club and the next club and the next club, and they do this on months on end every single weekend. Then eventually the entire city knows the hit songs from all those 10 people. Then that said big artist takes them to a different major city, does the same thing. Now they're known in 2 major cities. Now they're known in 3. Now they're known in 4. Oh shit, they have a #1 on Billboard. All of a sudden. Oh shit, Gunna exists. Oh shit, Lil Baby exists. Oh shit, Dirk exists. You know what I mean? Like that's how, I mean, Dirk's been rapping forever. And I don't know if people put 2 and 2 together. Back when Chief Keef was
Dirk
back when
has had-
Chief Keef was popping
Yeah,
off,
no facts.
Dirk is in those videos.
Dirk
is around there.
and like that's it's
And they didn't have the infrastructure
Yeah.
until Keef.
yeah.
Chicago didn't have that infrastructure until Keef.
He doesn't, like, I was even talking about this with JKJ when he was on the pod. Like, he kind of, because his impact may not have been he had a crazy impact, bro.
He had
Because
a
like
crazy
when
impact sonically.
but like even like with the visuals too, just that whole drill culture, just like you know, like a bunch of niggas in the videos with guns.
No,
you know what I mean? Just like they're
absolutely
wilding
not.
out. You never even like,
Chief
you
Keef
know.
is a trailblazer and needs to be respected as so.
Just because he
As such.
impacted it in a bit of a way that is like, I guess jarring I guess like the mainstream hip hop, you know what I mean, audience.
It's not even that. It's just his career. He had such an impact. Like, name me the last person that had such an impact and then isn't involved in the industry like that no more.
Right.
At all.
Yeah.
Like, I think I saw a performance of him recently, but he's not that no more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, he had this massive peak.
Right.
This massive peak influence.
Yeah, facts.
And then both just disappeared. You know what I mean? Like, almost overnight. You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect to him.
No, facts.
I think he just had other things going on in his life.
1000%.
You know what I mean? I think a lot of them street. You know what I mean? And so he went on different avenues. You know what I mean? But we're talking about Kanye. He's how old? Still mentioning hip hop, still creating music. And Jay-Z's how old? Mentioning hip hop, you know, current music.
And bro, just like, you know, even like, people, you know, like your point to Dirk, bro, because like he's been doing it for a while, like you said, man. Like he's had several phases.
But he didn't get his recognition
until like this new wave. And like he
like
still
last
even
3
had
years.
Yeah, real shit. He still even like, you know, kind of had like, you know, moments back then when like, you know, Chief was coming up and shit, like, you know, people were like, he was on people's radar, but not like
his career is probably like 13 years long now.
Easily, man. You know what I mean? He's been
he
has for a while.
Just now been on for 3 years.
He's been doing it for a while.
Like but at that level, but even still, he was getting paid part of that. So that's what I'm saying. So like an artist who has achieved what I achieved, I should be able to consistently each weekend make, and this is a low number. Like I'm being real with you guys. Like this is a laughable number. I should be making like 5 bands.
No.
A weekend from clubs.
I don't
just from appearances and running drunk once.
No, that's
like,
very accurate for sure.
And that's a low ball number. Like that's disrespectful. Sure. You know what I mean? That's a disrespectful number.
Because like there are people with like, let's just say like 500,000 streams that'll get paid at least. I'm like,
because
6, 7,
again
8.
the infrastructure's there because they're standing next to Thug and Thug's playing shit, and they really might even pay Thug that night. But Thug's like, here, kid, like I already have infinite money. Get yours. Take this back to your crib, pay your bills.
So, like, when you say infrastructure, like, does that look like for you just, like, you know, having someone with, like, the 10 underlings going from club to club? Or, like, what does that look like for you, like, at least in this city?
Well, that's what the infrastructure is. Like, that's what it is. Like, the blueprint's there. Like, the blueprint for this doesn't change. You know what I mean? Like, so, whether it's me or somebody else, and I would happily... We just don't need another person who gets to that level and doesn't do that, because you're just creating more animal. Because then, like now, I'm in a position where I have to
break the walls,
be
down.
Enemies with you. Like I have no choice to, because you're not trying to improve hip hop's culture at all, and I'm anti that to the highest of levels. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm the person that does it, then I'm gonna show everybody how it's supposed to be done. You know what I mean? And I pray to God that I am that person, because I know that I'm able to selflessly help other people for the betterment of the culture. Even last night, I performed last night for free. Like, someone with my accolades does not do that. It's not a thing. You know what I mean?
Does that piss you off? Like,
no. Now at like such a minute level and such just a back of my head level. In the past, I'm livid. I'm screaming. I'm yelling at God. I'm fighting. You know what I mean? Now it's like, I know myself. I'm here for the culture. I'm here for the culture, period. That will never be taken away from me. And now I don't ever want that to be fucking misconstrued, ever. That, like, the reason why I am humble and shut my mouth and accept these things and don't perform last and don't get paid for this and don't do that is because I'm trying to do this for the culture. The reason why I have rappers on my podcast with my logo talk about how they're the best rapper in the city with 300 streams. You know what I mean? Like... That, do you understand what it takes? And I'm sitting behind the scenes, like, while they're doing it. Like, I'm right back here. I know what my numbers look like. I know what my career looks like. I know what my accolades look like. I know what my talent looks like. But it's about the culture. So that's all I'm trying to do is move the culture forward. And it requires somebody like me. And again, if it's not me who gets to that point first to be able to, so be it. I just hope that out of respect for the culture, they would immediately look at me, get my number immediately, and say, hey, Mike, we're going to... fill in the blank this weekend. We're turning this club up. Sure. And then, hey, Mike, we're going to the next club this next week.
It's all about paying it forward.
It's all about paying it forward.
And bro, like, that's why, you know, it was dope to see, like, you know, niggas like JKJ perform, and like that's all, like, you know, we will always, I mean, like, bro, like, whenever I get a chance, I'm trying to wear No Label, bro, Cause like that shit, like bro, Che, man, she's always gonna get her flowers with like
Yeah,
when it comes to
absolutely.
this shit, man. She is just like such a pillar, just like hip hop culture within the city,
Absolutely.
fashion. You know what I mean? Like the events, bro. Like, and it's only right to like pay that forward to even her contributions. You know what I mean? To even the infrastructure even trying to be created, has to be respected, man. You know what I mean? So like I'm definitely with you when like you say that, bro.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, yeah, it's especially like, unfortunately, like people that have paved the way here in Pittsburgh. I was saying, today, like, aren't gonna get their just dues unless somebody like me, like, unfortunately, unless someone's like literally exactly like me. Again, hopefully it is me. You know what I mean? I truly think that it would be best for the city because I'm not only gonna pay tribute to those. Well, let me say this. Start by I'm not only gonna push forward the generation, my generation, the generation below me, to get to where I'm at and hopefully surpass where the precedent that I've set. You know what I mean? But I'm also gonna look back in history and make sure those people get recognition. Like Che needs a performance here 10 years from now.
Type shit, bro.
You know what I mean? To just it should be no labeled out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like people should be able to cheer and celebrate,
Right.
you know what I mean, what she's done and others like her have, accomplished.
And bro, I was even like, just kind of like to.
You got the.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
Right.
Yeah,
My fault. We got the
And
Baileys and the cold brew in the cup
cold brew,
right
yeah.
now.
We brought back
Just trying to-
anybody who's been watching this podcast for a while. They understand the significance of cold brew to us. Yeah.
Back, you feel
It's been a
me?
while. It's been a while.
But I mean, bro, even to your point, man, right? Of paying respects back to the people, right? And, like I was just, cause I was I'm catching up on House of the Dragon, right? And just speaking to like the time period back then, right? If you were a man, bro, if you weren't, if you were physically able and you weren't fighting a war or like in the, I mean, then you really had like you were very looked down on, I mean, in society, right? But it's just the amount of wars that were fought back then. First of all, look crazy, like just like nuts. Just like having a fight in the war back then is crazy. But now, all those wars fought, like all those battles, even going to like the Civil War, like all those fucking wars to go to come to today where we can fucking just sit in front of a camera and just fucking podcast, bro. Like all that shit had to happen. And it's like you definitely want to pay, like if that didn't happen, we couldn't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so just like kind of speaking from that to this, like, bro, again, like all the work that Chase put in, bro, like even JKJ and just like all the vets that like have been doing it like, in the city, like at like a real genuine hip hop, cultural level, man. It's just like when someone gets to that position, man, you know what I mean, that can open up the doors, like you definitely want to, those should be your first calls.
And I'm not gonna get every name off right now, but like
Facts.
Benji,
Facts.
Stoney,
Yep.
you know what I mean, Chris
Yep.
Hollis, Mo Skrill in general,
Right.
Like these are people that have been around.
That
this
put the pain in,
industry
bro,
for
for
so
real.
many years.
Yeah, they put the
who
pain in, bro.
Had to go in front of crowds consistently of 10 people. You know what I mean? And do their thing and get their stuff off. Have nobody give them guidance.
Yeah.
Any form of guidance. Let alone how to take it to, the next level. You know what I mean? It's I'm excited for that to be changing here in the future.
Word, not facts, bro. So I feel like we could, move on to last night, really break it down, man. That performance was fucking crazy. And shout out to, all the artists at the event last night, man.
Absolutely.
That was such a dope show, man. It was real great to see everyone perform, man. But I don't know, man. Just like, talk about us, for or like walk us through the top of the night, man. How you were feeling, what went into the performance, after the performance, how you felt like you did during the performance, like, just walk us through that.
Yeah, I just like once I knew that I was, booked for this, I knew what I had to do. And I knew what people wanted to come to listen to, and I prepared like how I prepare for, every performance. I was sitting there at because I'm back doing 9 to 5 right now. Money. This shit ain't free.
And artists or any creators, don't be afraid to pay your fucking bills.
Don't be afraid to pay your bills.
Don't be afraid to pay
Don't
your
be
bills.
afraid.
You know what I mean?
While music, because a lot of people get it mixed up both ways.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I make money from music.
Yep. They feel like the two can't be mutually
And I make
right.
good money from music.
Right.
But I don't make pay my
Livable,
bills,
right, yeah.
be able to travel, be able to pay for all this,
Yep.
be able to invest, be able to. I don't make that kind of money.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And that's
But
cool. Like
yeah.
at this point, you know what I mean? Like it's cool.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't be afraid to pay your bills. But you know, I'm sitting there like at my desk, like literally like, just reciting, you know what I mean, my lines and you know the lyrics and everything, preparing, and I knew what type of event it was gonna be. I knew who was gonna be there, and you know, I came just ready and prepared, like I always do for anything, because I'm a professional. You know what I mean? Everything I do, I'm a professional. So, you know, I was well prepared. I was looking gorgeous, beautiful, and sexy all at the same time. And I made sure to look like that. And because I don't get to step out.
Yeah, right.
As
so
much
when
anymore.
you step,
yeah.
you decide
so
to
when I
step.
I gotta
Yeah,
step.
yeah, got to step.
You know what I mean? So I, you know, made sure, you know, I was, you know, good head to toe. Made sure the, you know, the alcohol was, you know, there. Made sure that, you know,
but not dominant.
The smoke was, you know, in the air.
Right. Yeah,
you know
facts.
what I mean? And yeah, bro, like the energy beforehand, I could just tell that it was going to be a historic night.
Yeah.
I just knew it was going to be a historic night. I knew how to put on a historic performance. We're going to check the footage, just like, you know, game day in sports. You know, I do the same thing. Again, I'm a professional in what I do. I haven't seen any of the footage yet. I'm going to go back, look at it, see things that I like, see things I want to be changed for next time, see things that, you know, were absolutely perfect. I for sure did not have a perfect performance. There was a lot to be changed because I know what I can do. Did I have an amazing performance? Yes.
Right.
But I know what I'm capable of, you know? So I know there's things that need to be cleaned up, some things I want to switch around. But I do know that there's going to be a day ahead of me where I'm going to have like an amazing crowd and
all the elements will be there.
Yeah, and that's
shout
not
out to the Fly. The
yeah,
Fly's
shout
a
out to
paid
the Fly,
actor,
yeah.
by the way.
Yeah. But no, but I think it was like my first performance ever, or like one of my first performances. Not ever. On top of Cetalios was damn near like probably the closest I got to perfect, and it was just because like that I had no right performing the way I performed. I had no accolades. I had nothing behind me. I had like there was no reason why I was.
But as a
supposed to go
rapper,
on stage, like,
don't you feel like that's a necessary tool though? Just
No,
like in any
no,
performance art.
That gets into a different question because I think gatekeeping is extremely necessary, but needs to be held with a certain tool. It needs to be done correctly. You know, there's gates around mansions
There's
for a
gotta
reason.
Be some tact to it.
There's gated communities for a reason.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Some of y'all can't get in here. Word. So, in my opinion, I can tell from someone's performance, whether it's your first or your millionth,
Facts, right.
if you have it in you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I had it in me from the beginning. I knew I had it in me. You know what I mean? But it's just, and a lot of that, you know, early performances was just such raw energy, man. Like the type of like, oh my God, man, I'm screaming. The one performance, I think it may have been my first performance. Yeah, it was my first performance on Cetalios. I can't even remember the name of the guy, but he allowed us to borrow this like really expensive lighting equipment. And we had a fog machine. Motherfucker, you can't even see me. Like, you can't even see me on the stage. And it was just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, just going insane to any one of my, I only had like maybe 10 songs at the time. You know what I mean? I ran all 10, motherfucker. All 10. I didn't care what the vibe was. The energy fits with this one. What order that bitch went in.
Get your shit off.
I just want to get all of them off.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Regardless.
And that was fun. You know what I mean? I do miss that ability to just go out there and just do whatever.
Like, just like with
now,
no consequence.
Now I'm at a place where I can't do whatever. You know what I mean? Even like yesterday, you're going to see in the video, like I had to pander, not only because of how the performance was going, but like I had people record like Nathan, because that is going to be what's going to be taken away from that night.
Yeah.
That's what's going to make me more money.
Yeah.
Last night was an experience, fun as fuck, and I'm glad for everybody who was able to experience that live. That footage is going to be what's going to be utilized.
I mean, let's talk about it, man. I mean, like when you're performing, man, y'all be jumped off stage, y'all be grabby, A nigga missed his cue, man. What was the vibes there,
Mrs.
man?
Q. And we're gonna see. Hopefully, I have
yeah,
the.
explain. Yeah, break that down.
It'd be hilarious. You definitely gotta use this as a piece of like the podcast.
For sure, for sure.
Make sure that you get the footage of that moment.
Yeah, right.
Because it might even be like a definitely that's a TikTok moment.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm definitely gonna be putting that on there. But yeah. So it's time for go. So I did wow. And then I let in the go. And before I lead in the go, I make sure to get the crowd involved by, repeat after me. Go, 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 go.
And they were with that. Like
they were with that. You know what I mean? To give people the cue that when I say go, go, you go, go. Mm-hmm. Right? So I kind of started, and people were just kind of like, I think, so shell-shocked by the performance that they left their brain and like,
take it in.
Oh, shit, I should be saying go right now. You know what I mean? But I'm like, whatever. So, I tried to feed it to my boys. You know what I mean? I even had you guys move over before that, right?
Yeah, I remember
so
that.
Like, let's move over. Let's consolidate right here. So I do it, and like not even my boys are saying go. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Like everyone's just like not somewhere else, but like they're here. Like they're here. Right. They're locked in, but they're somewhere different than where I'm trying to get them to.
Yeah.
I told Tobe, like, whenever I perform, I always have people's attention.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will always have. I'll grasp attention immediately.
Right.
But control is something different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And sometimes I have control. Sometimes I don't have control. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And ideally, I want control the entire time.
Right.
So this is a moment where I had attention, but I didn't have control.
Right.
Right? Because they're not doing what I want them to do.
Right.
So then I'm like, all right. Now I finished the verse, so it goes chorus, verse, chorus. And I'm like, I got to get Tobe screaming go. Like, I have to get him screaming go. Because if I can get him going, everyone else is going to start doing it, right? Yeah. So I grab him, and I say to him discreetly, I need you to scream this shit at the top of your lungs. This man did not say a word. I'm grabbing him. And he doesn't know that, like, after the fourth, like, pull, I'm now doing it on purpose to be like, you fucking bitch. Yeah. Why the fuck are you? Like, I'm trying to get him to just, like, utter the word. Like, just, oh, fucking, bro. I didn't give a fuck if I ripped your shit. I didn't give a fucking, I'm like, yo, I'm getting this goddamn word out of him. And it just did not come out. It just don't matter. Right. You would have lost your entire outfit before you would have said the word. And only if you would have known. And only if you would have known, all you had to do is say go one time,
bro.
And you would have saved your fit for the night.
That is fucking hilarious, bro.
So I had to do that, and then it cut into hit after that. And again, the people who knew what hit was, that was a once in a lifetime experience for them.
Sure,
you know. Sure. But for people who didn't know what hit was, again, it was another like, what the fuck is going like this? And bro,
even to that point, bro, I honestly feel like I just felt like I fell victim to just being one of those people.
Yeah,
I was watching, bro. The energy was there as far as like, yo, like let's go, like, you know what I mean. But like when you jumped out, I just thought like you were just like kind of just hyped. So like I was just like, all right, like it's like it's lit.
I wasn't hype enough.
Yeah, like, right.
I need y'all to,
bro, that's so, because I feel like that's a real interesting point that you brought up, right? You had their attention, but you ain't have control, right? That's a crazy pocket to be in.
Yeah,
like as a performer, right?
Let me explain that, because again, like there's like if you can't get people's attention, that's how you.
I feel like that's the easiest part, though. Almost like getting attention is
easy. Is a tough word. If you have it in you, yes. If you don't have it in you, that is the most difficult thing in the entire. You might as well be fucking biochemistry. Like, might as well.
That's a fact.
Might as well put a fucking physicist fucking equation in front of you in your sociology major. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm saying. Like, that's how I can determine how
good a performer is.
Good. I mean, beyond performer, like. I have little to no respect for any rappers who can't perform.
Yeah,
like
I'm with you though. Like
I don't. Yeah, bro. No, I have.
Performance is huge.
And again, I'm never gonna sit here and talk about things that I haven't done or can't do. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not the best performer in Pittsburgh, I'd like to meet who they are. You know what I mean? And if you put both of us in the room together, that's going to be disturbing.
It's going to be a fight.
Then boom, all of a sudden you have one of the greatest performances that have ever taken place in Pittsburgh.
If a lion fight a lion, one of them dying.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. I know what it talks about when I'm talking about when it comes to, like, you know, being a rapper and being able to perform at every level, whether that's on a track, whether that's on this, whether it's in a music video. Like, it all blends into itself. The way you perform on a track, the way you perform live, the way you perform on a video, where you perform, you know what I mean? Like, all goes together. So if you don't have that, like,
I feel like you had a good balance of both, like crowd engagement.
Last night, absolutely, no, absolutely. Like, I did what I needed to do last night
for sure.
It wasn't 100%. Like, I know without looking at the footage, I know it wasn't 100%.
Right.
But that's what I strive for. Yeah, I mean, and everything we're doing, whether it's the podcast, whether it's the t-shirts, whether it's the community drive, whether it's my music, whether it's my videos, whatever it is, I'm always trying to be the absolute best at what I'm doing and get 100% completion. Anybody who does video games, you understand that, like, it's like Assassin's Creed. You know what I mean? Like, when you play some missions, Batman, you have to you do certain things to get the 100% completion. You know what I mean? That you did that to the fullest. Yep. Yeah, does it feel good to complete the mission? Fuck yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially if you did some badass things in the mission.
But you get like 80%,
awesome.
70,
yeah, I mean,
85. It's like,
but what if you did all those badass things and you got 100% completion? Then you're like, all right, this is different. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to, you know, strive for. So I mean, again, I grasp attention immediately. I can say that with full confidence, and probably never will. I've never lost the attention of a crowd. Like, it's just not.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's just not. You know what I mean? But control, like, I'll say this. The last performance where Che performed live on the band and we met Shrine and all them, I had complete control over that crowd. I had complete control over that crowd almost the entire time. Yeah. And their attention. I fucked up drunk. You know what I mean? In the beginning, I went off. You remember how I started earlier than the song?
Maybe,
but you know what I mean? So that was just something that in my mind, like, fuck, you know what I mean? Fuck that up. Didn't get it filmed. Fuck up. Damn. You know what I mean? So I have no footage of that performance.
Who filmed the footage of you?
I have no video of that. You know, I have no footage of that event. Yeah, I mean, people filmed it. Yeah, I just have no footage of that event.
Right.
Yeah, like, it was just like, you know, certain things. Kill 'Em was dope. Little aggressive, you know, for the crowd. Definitely gave him an experience, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Kill 'Em a little too aggressive for the 4-year love event.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Like, hilarious. Yeah, like, literally. There's an event called 4-Year Love. Yeah. And I'm screaming a song called Kill 'Em in people's face.
I have the mind of a killer.
Yeah, where I talk about my mental state of when I want to kill.
That's funny as fuck.
Like, yeah. Yeah, so, like, no, like, last night, again, I always have attention. I had a decent amount of control, but I'm excited to see this video footage because I think I got some.
Bro, I am super footage. And let me just say, man, I'm super proud of you, man. That was a crazy,
thank you, bro.
Crazy night.
Nah, bro, I know you're always proud of me. You know what I mean? And, like, that's why, like, I've you know, been past that. You know what I mean?
No, but, like, again, as your nigga,
I know, but the thing is, fucked is, like, I'm still looking for that from other people. You know what I mean? Which is fucked.
You said, yo, you're proud as shit, my nigga. But
shit,
I fuck with you, though.
Fuck out of here. I don't give a shit. Your opinion on me?
Right, yeah.
Fuck it. But we've always
that's just the
we've always had that understanding.
Yeah, facts.
And now looking back, you know what I mean, this is now a hindsight thing. You've seen so many layers of my career in a way that other people didn't.
1,000%.
You know what I mean?
1,000%.
Again, even within yourself, you were there whenever it was, oh shit, Mike's rapping now? Oh, okay, well, I mean, Mike's dope. Like, Mike's definitely dope, like, just as a person. You know what I mean? And Mike got the style. Oh, Mike, you want to do a photo shoot? Mike, I never shot anything before.
Facts.
All right, cool. I'll do it.
Yeah, facts.
Hey, Mike, these photos turned out crazy.
Right.
Why did you believe in me to take these photos? Like, man. Wait, we should do this again next week?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bro, these turned out crazy. Oh, hey, Mike, I want to film you for this class I got going on.
Yeah.
Can I just follow you around with a camera? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Follow around. Hey, yo, this is crazy. Hey, yo, Tope, come back to Pittsburgh with me. Yeah. Oh, you want to film something? Come to Pittsburgh with me. Your first time, right?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Word. Come in, bro. Have a great-ass weekend.
Crazy.
Had a great-ass
that weekend was a movie.
Mid-college.
Yeah.
I mean,
movie!
Yeah,
bro.
Crazy. And we have plenty of footage, which is going to be released in theatrical form someday. You know what I mean?
Bro, and your belief in me just to even, like, you know, come out here and just be able to Cause like again, man, like I was always just like looking for outlets of just for like what to do, like if it's the pictures, if it's the clothes, just like something, you know what I mean? Like just even come in here and be able to explore just being in music
Bro,
videos and podcasting and
98% of people need somebody who they value to care and believe about them.
yeah, man,
That's 98%,
huge, bro. That's huge.
Bro, I don't wish what I had to have gone through on anybody. There wasn't a soul, and again, this isn't an indictment on you. You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm not. It's not an attack at him. This is with
just,
everyone.
It's your experience.
There
it's your
wasn't
experience.
a soul that believed I'd be doing what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Or a soul that, again, a lot of people, they had fear that I was going to become. So if they're fearful of that, they're sure as hell not going to fucking back that up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And give me my dues. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, my first song I ever made was, in hindsight, I mean, it's very creative and it's very, you know what I mean? If you understand art, you're like, okay, this person's trying something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
They're trying something here. You know what I mean? But I mean, structurally, it
Yeah,
wasn't
right.
the greatest. You know what I mean? But I remember playing it at a party, and someone else. So like I played it. I'm with my ex at the time, who I was dating at the time, and we're sitting there in a party, and one of the girls whose house it was plays the song because she knew that I just released it. Immediately, these three people are like, "Well, yo, who is this? Like, wait, is this Kendrick?" Like, again, they have no clue that I made the song. They've never heard the song. They're like, "Is this Kendrick? Like, what? Like, who is it?" Like, they're genuinely like tweaking over this song, and I'm like, "Oh, that's me. That's you? No, go back. No, I'm Kendrick. No, you said no. I'm Kendrick.
Right.
You just put me on the same level
Right.
as top tier artists. Why are we getting shy now?
Yeah,
What are we
just
doing?
because
What are we
you- just
backing
because
out
you're
on that? Just
sitting
because you
in
said it's mine. Just because I'm
front.
sitting in front of you. Like, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's
yeah,
crazy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Whereas you've witnessed with me, I'm the exact opposite. I
You want
glow
more. Yeah,
up
you want
when I
more.
see people
Me
doing
too.
something
Yeah,
amazing.
No, me too.
I'm
bro.
like, oh no, hell yeah! Like,
Yeah,
let's go.
let's
Like,
go.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then it inspires me.
And then like
I'm
I
need to make a doper
just
song.
kinda
I need
feed off them. Just like yo,
Yes.
like this is dope. Like
Yes.
yo, like just like the creative
Yes.
energy, bro. I'm telling you, man. Last night's event, bro. It felt like niggas was home.
Yeah.
Whatever like you were into. Again,
Yeah.
videography. If you're a model, if you're actor, whatever. Again, I like like. I feel, for the next event, like Bees may want to add a comedy element to it. Like maybe get Jeff or like maybe a couple of comedians.
You know what I
You know what I mean?
mean?
Maybe. But all I'm saying is like
Let's
that shit
get- yeah.
felt like
Yeah,
home
absolutely.
because
No,
if
absolutely.
you had a creative energy, a spirit,
Yeah.
like if you were doing something in the creative world, last night felt like fucking home.
So
bro.
I just don't wish upon anybody. And, I mean, I'm not going to say names, but, like one of the artists, he came up to me afterwards and, he's young and it was his first performance. And he's like, yo, like, I just don't get love in the hood. You know what I mean? He's like, I appreciate the fuck out of you because you show me genuine love.
Right.
And you just met me. He's like, I got people who I fucking grew up with that are giving me no recognition.
Don't even mention I do music.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, you just need one person to believe in you. Or you need to be, unfortunately, this fucking lone wolf that is going to look crazy for a while. You're going to look insane. You know what I mean? Like, I can't understand. I've said it now on probably every podcast I've been on. You know what I mean? Of recent. You know what I mean? On here. Whereas I cannot understate enough how crazy I was made to look for years. Like,
That
I was
probably
made to
the
look
worst, my nigga. Like and
fucking
like, yeah,
insane.
To
I even tell. Let me
Yeah,
tell the story because
yeah.
I've never told the story
yeah,
before.
nah, please.
I had a friend with me, and we came into my parents' house, and this is after maybe my second show that I threw at Cetalio's, and I was planning my third show, and my stepfather was in the living room, and I came in, and I was super excited because I was just like talking to my friend about music and shit like that. I walk in my door, I'm in my home, and I'm like, hey, I think I'm gonna start making merch. Like I'm gonna start, making T-shirts because I want to, sell some T-shirts.
Mhm.
And he stands up and he says, "Who's gonna buy your shirts?" I was like, I don't know. Like, I mean, you would buy it. Like, wouldn't
People,
you
like,
buy a shirt? Like,
Who buys shirts in general?
yeah,
like,
buy shirts.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, we're all wearing shirts in here. You know what I mean?
right.
And he's like, "Oh, so like you're like friends and family, but like no fans are buying shirts, right?" Well, I mean, I guess some people are like fans. I mean,
Yeah,
but I mean that's a tight line. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
really like hang out
right.
with these people like that, and they like come to my show, so I guess they're fans. But
Right.
I'm trying to think of the word for you, Michael. I'm trying to think of the word here. You're a charity case. That's what you are. You're nothing but a charity case.
Damn.
And I sat there and had to watch that, and then watch my mother not open her mouth whenever he said that to me. And I was just so much in shock because, like, obviously, I mean, you know me, like, I want to kill him. You know what I mean? Like, my first thought is like
Oh, okay, so I'm
murder.
about to commit murder.
Yeah. my first thought is like murder. You know what I mean? But then I'm like, luckily, like, I have a sound mind where it's like I can have those murderous thoughts, but then be like, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I stormed, like, just like stormed out the house,
that's crazy.
and then that's what caused me to leave Pittsburgh for that time frame, because I was like, it's so crazy, because it was just that was just a cherry on top. Like, I was getting a fuck ton of that energy, and then boom,
if you're
my own
right in the crib,
a
right
nigga
in the
who
crib, bro.
raised me, you know what I mean, saying that, I'm like, nah,
Right in the
this is
crib.
crazy, I gotta leave. You know what I mean? And even, like, all my brothers, like, we were extremely disbanded at that time.
Yeah.
Which is what made me make the song Same Kids. I made that
Beautiful.
song
That's just one of my
because
favorite
I saw
songs.
none of us coming together. Like, we're all individually, like, none of them are handing out. Like, not like we were so damn disbanded at that time.
I mean, bro, like, how did you? Because I've dealt, like, me personally, I've dealt with just the family not maybe understanding or fucking with my path. Like, it just built an unhealthy resentment. Like, how did you bypass that?
Unfortunately, and this is what you need to sit with, is it's not your fault, it's theirs. So they have to live with that. Because now I'm here.
Mhm.
You're so wrong that you look dumb now. Like, that same person who just said that to me, I mean, he was a crackhead then, but, like, he's still a crackhead, and, like, he's, like, damn near homeless, like, has lost everything, like, he's no longer with my mother, like, where's he at right now? You know what I mean? It's like, they have to live with those words. Because would you ever say that to somebody?
Fuck no.
Would you ever have that sentiment to somebody?
Nah, bro. A
Okay.
charity case is crazy.
Word.
Like, yeah,
So you're
dude,
never going to
yeah.
have to live with that shit.
Yeah, man.
God bless you.
No.
I'm never going to have to live with that shit. God bless me. I would never put that energy upon somebody else. You know what I
right.
mean? So all you got to do is just keep moving forward and proving them wrong. And once you prove them wrong, it's just like, because, like, even my mom, you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't fully on board. And I kind of don't like when she congratulates me whenever I do things. Like, I kind of really don't like it. Because I'm like, I needed that congratulations at 1,000 streams, because that was crazy for me at the time. I needed that congratulations at 10,000 streams, because that was crazy for me at the time. I needed that congratulations whenever I threw my own fucking performance for the first time and brought in all these people to the point where the owner is giving me a hug because he ain't never seen a crowd like this in his place. You know what I mean? I'm bringing him in thousands of dollars in a night. You know what I mean? At the age of 21, fresh out of college. It's like, that's when I needed the Michael. That was fantastic. Whenever you know that it isn't the craziest thing in the world. So many people have thrown 100-person shows before. You know what I mean? But understanding that Michael, one day, if he keeps this up, it's going to turn into 1,000 people shows. It's going to turn into 10,000 people shows. It's going to turn into stadium shows. It's going to turn into festival. You know what I mean? It's like, I even said, the other day that, like, I see people literally, like, when I look at people and I meet them, even if I meet them for the first time, I never have a conversation with somebody in the present. I'm always looking at what your potential could be. And sometimes people can interpret that. So whenever I say that, I don't mean that everybody has grand potential or good potential. I mean that I look to see what you can become, which could be the worst human being in the entire world. Or it could be somebody with some serious success. You know what I mean? Or somebody who is very grounded, or somebody who really gives back, or somebody, you know what I mean? So I'm constantly looking at people like that. And I think that helps you with, because I think that also comes from people who don't think that of themselves. They're not looking at themselves in the mirror like, where can I go? What is my potential? Where is my limit? Is there even a limit for me in this thing? You know what I mean? Which is a great question for a lot of people. Do I even have a limit?
Right.
Because I'm so dedicated and so talented naturally, or gifted at, what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and say, this is where I can take things in my life, how are you going to look at somebody else and see where they can take things in their life? You know what I mean? So you got to get in that habit of doing that for yourself and then doing that for others. So I do hold a certain kind of resentment, but it's not like I bring it up all the time. But again, I'm never gonna. My father, I don't. Motherfucker can throw me a party, a bash, and I'm gonna come in there with a fucking straight face. I might actually get pissed. Like, take all this shit down. Where the fuck was this at in the past? You know what I mean? Like, don't do this now. You know what I mean? And again, let's not understate the accomplishment I've achieved. I'm one of 10 rappers ever from Pittsburgh, ever to have achieved what I achieved. Like, it's like, yo, like, fam, I'm not trying to downgrade any of y'all achievements, but like, is anybody else doing some shit like this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking for you. I mean, let me also state too that nobody in my family is musicians.
Mhm.
My dad can't play shit.
Right.
My black father cannot rap for shit. My mom, not a musical bone in her body.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? She likes to dance, but that's about it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? No, sister fucked around with piano a little bit, but she's younger than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
right,
a lot of
right.
shit she picked up from me. You know what I mean? It's like no, my grandfather, grandma, uncles, aunt, none of it. Nobody plays a instrument in my family, let alone because your voice is an instrument. You know what I mean?
Fact,
let
right.
alone plays an instrument at the highest of levels. You know what I mean? Like, or even just in their field. Like, I don't know many people around me who have a top 10 anything. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, like, do y'all think, because I almost like think in myself, I'm like, do y'all think that I'm not doing this for you too? Like, do you not think that like once I have money that I'm not going to make sure you're taken care of and you're taken care of and you're taken care of and you're taken care of? Like, why the fuck would you not support that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I want room for you. I mean, shit, when you're a kid, you want your mom to get that raise. You want your dad to get that raise.
Right.
More toys and Christmas.
That
nigga.
means a new Dragon Ball Z game,
New
new
Dragon
Xbox,
Ball
new
Z.
yeah, bro, new fucking clothes, shoes,
Christmas
all that.
2018 finna be lit.
Yep,
You know,
real shit,
like,
bro. Not like you're not wrong.
room for it.
And just kind of like, like changing gears here, bro. So like, are you gonna like maybe keep reaching out to some of the infrastructures already in place, such as like, maybe some of the blogs out here, like some of like, or are you just kind of above that? And I'd be like, fuck it, I'm just keep doing my shit, keep doing these shows, or like the shows like like I want to do, and letting the work speak for itself, and like the real niggas, what I mean, like they just know.
No, now it's time to get in the field. You know what I mean? Because now I have my battle badges. You know what I mean?
For
Like,
sure.
I have my lieutenant badge on.
Yeah,
You know what I
no,
mean? So
yeah.
now I got to walk on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To, get some shit done. Even, shout out to DJ Oz. That's who the DJ was for the event last
Facts,
night.
right,
And
for sure.
now that it's all over, I can tell this funny story because it is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
So they told every artist that they had to do 3 songs last night. Michael MIC, the Master and Creation, does not do 3 songs. Like, that's not a performance of mine. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I literally already preloaded 6 songs.
Yeah, right.
With the compromise that I would do 5, right? So I gave the DJ my stuff, and he's like, "Oh yeah, so what 3 songs do you have?" I was like, "It's not 3 songs." He was like, "What do you mean it's not 3 songs?" I said, "It's not 3 songs." He was like, "Well, I don't know if I can do that." I said, "No, you can do it." I said, "So you're gonna press play, and then you're gonna do this." Just when the next song just rolls, just go. I know this guy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I told him
right.
to stop.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, bro, just play fucking stupid.
Yeah,
You know what I mean,
right.
because I'm playing 5 songs.
Yeah, right, right.
Maybe 6. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting this off. And he was like, dude, I don't know. I said, look, and I've said this to a few people, and I've been right every single time. I was gonna say something funny, but I won't go there. But I was like, hey, look, I said, you've never met me. I said, I've been in the industry for years. I know you. I said, and I'm not going anywhere. We're going to be meeting each other in the future. I said, this is going to be something that we're going to laugh about a year from now. Whenever you were like, dude, the list had only 3 songs, and you wanted to do 5, and I'm sitting there, I'm scared, and Bees is looking at me angry, but he's actually kind of happy too, and I don't know what's going on. And, you know what I mean? And then he starts dancing to one of the songs. I don't know what's going on. But then, luckily, as expected, I mean, a couple artists backed out. Rappers and
Right.
and they ended up coming, so they ended up extending everybody's set, but then they let me do my 6. You know what I mean? And so it's like even just having that interaction with Oz, you know what I mean? That's something that he's gonna remember
right.
forever.
Yo, bro,
you know what I
for
mean?
sure,
And
for
that's
sure,
someone who's
yeah.
been in the industry for a while.
Yeah.
Me, I love being backstage with JKJ. You know what I mean?
That
And
shit
even
was
before
dope.
you came back, like we had like, so many moments. And
I'm sure, bro.
I'm
Like,
consistently every time I see that man, giving him his flowers and making
bro,
sure that he's
likewise,
appreciated.
man, for sure.
You know what I mean? All these people, I'm gonna be in the field now. You know what I mean? Now it's time for me to be in the field because again, I had all the talent in the world, but I would have had to have forced people to watch this video or listen to this song or go to the website and do like I have to give them a fucking elevator pitch. You know what I mean? For them to
real
even
shit.
just somewhat understand who I am in that moment. Now I'm one of 10 rappers in the history of Pittsburgh that's ever got a song to 1 million streams on Spotify. That's period. I'm one of the top 10 rappers who have ever lived in Pittsburgh. Period. You know what I mean? So it's like, now let's talk.
Did you feel after the performances that you would just want to collaborate, work with, create with some of these people?
All of them.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. Like, this is great. You know what I mean? Again, like, we're for the culture. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're doing here. I had to go through my period of solidarity for a long time
Right.
in order to get to this point.
Right.
Now I'm finally at this point. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I thought I could have done that with the last album because I even said, you know what I mean? I wanted to bring, a bunch of people in and
Right. Yeah.
have them on. But even still, I wouldn't.
Do you still plan on doing that, or?
Yes, yes. I want to do that 30 times over. I want to do 8
That should-
billion.
yeah, no, that
8
should be
billion
dope.
tapes of that.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? Like,
That should be dope as fuck.
period. You know what I mean? It's gonna be dope. No, it would be dope. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah. Right.
It's gonna be dope because I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I now have the cachet to like really make that happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's definitely gonna be coming in the future. I'm trying to give these artists the exposure they need because we all fucking need it. You know what I mean? I still need it. You know? So it's like
No, I feel that, bro.
I'll be involved.
So I mean, bro, what is? I mean, again, man, don't want to throw the word around, but that was a fucking historic, fucking great legend. I mean, like, bro, like again, last night was just fucking legendary, man. So I mean, what's next? Is performing even on your like? Are you already onto like the next show? Are you sitting back, creating, and then gonna go out in front of the people again, or what's the mindset right now?
So I'm going back online. That's why I got the video footage last night. I'm gonna see what I can do online to get a little bit more push. I think I can get drunk to 1.5 relatively fast.
Yeah,
faster than it took from 0 to 1 million.
for sure. It's really like that first million. That's always the fucking task.
Yeah, absolutely. So heading back online, I'm gonna get our tactics together. No name. I don't want to say his name, but he's pink. He's diabolical, and he made a TikTok account. He's pink, he's
right.
Diabolical. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I definitely want to work with that more and see. We got a lot more we can squeeze with that.
Yeah,
a lot more we can squeeze with other things. Within the podcast is going to be expanding soon,
for sure.
One way or another. A lot more content that's not musical. I'm going to be creating. It's time for me to start introducing some characters that I've been developing.
Hell yeah, right.
Over this time. So that's gonna be in the works, and then I have You and I, that I'm working on right now.
Yeah,
my next project.
You got this EP in the works, and I didn't know how much you wanted to. I mean, just dive into that. Or,
let's dive. Let's absolutely dive.
Yeah, I mean, bro, just walk us through that next project, right? So just conceptually, how some of these songs came about, and what you're trying to get off with this next run of songs.
Absolutely. So let me start it off with the story and the moment that we shared in the studio.
Yeah, for sure.
So let me say, Stephen Shrine is going to be executively mastering the project. He's producing one of the songs on the project. And he's going to be, working with me, closely with just all the audio in general for this project. And, adding some flavor, here and there, where it's needed. Definitely, shout out to Shrine. I'm actually going to be, with him next week to, continue with this project.
Right.
But we were sitting there in the studio, and so the song, the project's going to be called You and I, and it's structured in 3 songs. So there's You and I, and I. So it was my past relationship, all from my perspective. So how I viewed you, how I viewed you and I, and how I viewed I once there was no more you.
Mm-hmm.
Word. And we were sitting there in the studio, and I had the beat for You and I, which is the second song, for years now. And I wasn't able to write to it because I didn't have a you. And I didn't make that connection until I came out with a song, coincidentally, called You. And then after I made You, then I was quickly able to make You and I. And then I was able to quickly make I. And
which one was like the one that you just kind of heard the beat and just started just go? Like, was that You and I, or was that I?
both, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, because like You and I, like once I knew that I had the material I want to write, blew through it. Once Shrine initially sent me the beat in the first time for I, blew through that bitch. You know what I mean? Once I have my concept and my beat together, writing for me is extremely quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, once I have it together, it's a very fast process for me. You know what I mean? Like under half an hour. You know what I mean? I'm able to get an entire song, done. So yeah, like I'm potentially gonna be making videos for this too, because I think the video concept that I have, and I kind of like ran past a little bit with you, I think is crazy. I think it's like very
dope. Yeah, but like that's just
very good. You know what I mean? And I call this Perfect 2.0. Still Love 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like there's the refined version. You know what I mean, of what I was trying to get off then. You know what I mean? And I'm extremely excited about this project. It's gonna be my first love project that I've ever made. It's gonna be the second EP I've ever made. First one being in 2016.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean 15. Yeah, I mean like it's been a long time since I made a EP like this, and I've already ran past some of the stuff with my ex. You know what I mean, what the lyrics are gonna be, and what the content's gonna be.
She give the okay, or
I mean, yeah, I mean it wasn't like. If she would have, if she would have hated it, wouldn't have cared. I'm still making it. You know what I mean? But it's just like, but just letting her know. You know what I mean? Just giving her the courtesty. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm still extremely.
Which most artists don't even fucking.
Still extremely cordial with that woman. You know what I mean? Still
right.
love that woman. You know what I mean? Whether we had our differences in a relationship or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're gonna hear that. You know what I mean? I'm very candid in these songs, and I'm very poignant with my words, and I make sure everything is exactly how it was and where it was supposed to be. Again, from my perspective. So I think it's gonna be just a great insight into just not only how relationships work, but you even clued me into like how much people are gonna relate to what I mean, some of these moments that I had. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I'm sorry that some of y'all relate to some of the things that I went through. You know what I mean? I wish you didn't relate. Damn near. Because they're not fun experiences, but
I feel like it could be like at like every level, even if it's like not at like the super deep level. Someone could be like,
absolutely, even on the surface, everyone's loved somebody,
sure.
So if you've ever loved somebody, you're definitely gonna feel one of, if not all, these songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I'm extremely excited to get this project done and get it out, and I truly feel like anybody who's like understands what You was is gonna just love this project.
Yeah,
like love this project. And if I'm able to get those videos off, this is gonna take it to a different level.
I'm really excited for that. I feel like that's gonna be a great just content wise, and like just seeing those concepts come to life in the videos, man. That's gonna be fucking
100%, man. And be able to get that off, crazy. Like it's so. I remember even like one time I was like sitting there with Che and we were working on some like super goofy fun song.
Yeah.
And I was like, have you ever made a love song? She's like, no, like I can't. I said, that's the next thing you need to work on then. Because that's part of you. And she was in a relationship at the time for years.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, it's a part of you. You have to open up. If you're going to consider yourself an artist, you have to talk about all of you. You got to talk about the good, bad, the prideful, and the ugly. All of it. If you're truly going to be an artist, and then she, later on came out with a whole entire project.
Yeah.
Of love. You know what I mean? And I'm so proud that she was able to like open up and, get some of that off, because it helps you as an artist too. Like me and my ex, we argued so much about things. Even like after, like we broke up, I mean? Like argue like, who did this? Why'd you do that? Da, 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 blah, blah. And a lot of times I said the wrong thing. I texted the wrong thing. You know what I mean? I acted the wrong way. And I found through this process that my best way of communication is through my art.
Yeah.
I can't explain my life any better than I do through my music.
Right.
If you listen to my music, you literally fucking know me.
Will everyone have that, like, I guess opportunity to just like get like like just as far as like being in a relationship with you, like do you expect everybody to be like, yo, listen to my music, you like get the full scope of like, you know, my emotions and who I am, and then come fuck with me?
Like you talk about like having a girlfriend,
Yeah.
and like I expect her to listen to my music,
Right, yeah, like, do you feel like that's like the best way to like just kind of
I mean,
communicate with? Like,
no, that's a great question. The only issue with that is that I would have to direct you what song to listen to, or you would have to listen to all of them.
so I'm saying, like, does everyone get that
'Cause
luxury to?
Imagine if a girl like is into me and she's considering be with me, and the first thing she hears is "so what," and the only thing she hears is "so what."
Yeah,
She said, "Mike, how'd you get so sexy?" I said, "Girl, why the fuck you sitting next to me? We made love." I said, "Girl, that is not sex to me. Call me back." I said, "Bitch, you need to stop texting me." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
what?
right.
Like, yo, and then we meet, we drink, we fuck. So what? So what? So what? You know what I mean? It's like, when was
It's
this
like,
made?
okay, right,
What
yeah.
were you doing?
Right,
Like,
right,
oh, so
right.
this is your mentality.
Right.
This is how you view women's sex and whatever. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, nah, like, this was me whenever I was fucking 20 years old. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? 21 years old at the Pennsylvania State University. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
right.
that was my mentality then. You know what I mean? Even drunk. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, now if anybody clicks on my shit, that's probably the first thing they fucking click on. You know what I mean? Just due to the views.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, damn, like, so this is you. You know what I mean? And again, not to spoil, I hate spoiling it for people, but I didn't even get drunk last night. I've been drunk 3 times basically in the past 3-4 years. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't drink no more. You know, I don't get drunk no more.
Right,
I mean, I
yeah,
drink, but
right.
I don't get drunk no more.
Yeah, right.
Period. You know? So it's like people can hear that and be like, oh man, like this guy must be so fun to party with. Yeah, I mean, whereas like a lot of time I like to be in my bed. No,
Right.
I mean, I don't go to the clubs. I go like the fuck. I mean, so a girl
You
can
hate with
listen to
that
that.
nigga, you pull out a philosophy book. It's like, no, we're actually gonna be reading tonight.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? If she listens to the wrong thing,
Right.
she could be like, oh, this is who he is.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like if the first thing she hears is you, the Meridian,
Yeah.
Still Love, Perfect, then she's like, oh wow, like he is in tune with his emotions.
And bro, like to even that point, like I don't even think you have necessarily super control over that. Just like whatever content they decide to fucking, you know, listen to, and then like just like kind of piece together.
I don't, which is kind of fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which is
right.
unfortunate. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like if she finds my music without me being there, she can stumble upon anything. You know what I mean? And then make an assumption about me based off that. You know what I mean?
Are you kind of on the side of the fence where you're just like, would you explain to her the context of it, or like you're just like, yo, like if that's what you're taking from it, then fuck it, like.
No, I mean a girl's not gonna mess with me if she takes it out of
Feels that
context.
way, yeah,
If
right,
she feels
yeah,
that way, then
facts.
she's just gonna cut off things or
Yeah.
just think, oh, I'm just another fuck. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But no, I mean the person who's gonna be my wife obviously is gonna be well versed in my music
Yeah.
and all that. Even like my ex, like one of the things that like really made me appreciate and respect and yeah, like appreciate and respect her in the beginning. Like when her and I like first hung out, like she's sitting there singing my songs to me.
Mm.
Like we're sitting there chilling and she's singing my songs to me. I'm like, I didn't even know you knew I was releasing music all like that. I mean, let alone like you know my lyrics and like you're singing my songs. Like no beat, nothing, like playing, you know what I mean? Getting it word for word. I'm like, and then we'll like play them in the car and she'll sit there and like, you know, go bar for bar. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, so you really like my shit. Like, thank you. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, thank you for actually taking the time to like figure out who I am because that is a big part of me. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you want to be my wife, but you've never met my mom.
Hmm.
It's like,
It
that
doesn't
don't
really
make
add up.
sense.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't really add
yeah,
up.
like that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like,
You're trying
so
to
it's
run
like,
before you could walk.
yeah. So if you're trying to be my wife, like you have to be versed in my music because it means so much to me. You know what I mean? Like my ex can name you the video games that I play. She can name you fucking how many weapons I have. You know what I mean? Like
right, your loadouts and shit.
yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like what caliber my weapons are. You know what I mean? But all my songs, all my friends' names. You know what I mean? What you guys do. You know what I mean? Like she can rattle off all that stuff. You know what I mean? And I do. And everyone should require that from somebody who you see a future with. You know what I mean? To be able to regurgitate the shit that you love.
Right.
You know
And I'm also looking for someone who can name the video games that I play. If you're if you're out there, I mean, nah. But
and don't get them misconstrued. They don't need to be into what you do.
Right,
I mean,
right,
they just
right.
gotta know what you do.
I feel that. Nah, bro. That's. I mean, shit. Like, are we at an hour right now? Like, what time we going at right now?
I'll check.
Know.
I'll see what we're working
Yeah.
with here. Yeah, but hour 9.
Hour 9.
We'll squeeze just another 10 or
Another 10 minutes in.
5-10.
You know, you don't gotta name no names or like just aside from yourself, man, just the vibe of the performances last night. Like what were you liking? What were you seeing from the artists that went up there? Like,
I mean, shout out to everybody that took the stage last night.
That's a fact, right?
Especially the people that know who I am and what I do.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I say it in no like ill terms or everything, but because let me preface this, with a story real quick.
Yeah, facts, please.
So a few shows back that I did, this kid who had no claim to anything, like no back, no nothing. You know what I mean? Newbie in the game.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Came walking in, he had no clue who the fuck I am, clearly. And he walked in the backstage and he was like, "Hey, listen, guys, I don't know if any of you are gonna want to perform after me because like once I take the stage, it's just yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like." Like, bro, who? Like, what?
Yeah, right.
Like, what's your
right.
name again?
I don't
Like,
even think he was from the city, was he?
I don't know.
Okay, word.
But it's like, do you know? Well, you don't know who I am because you wouldn't have said that statement.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
Where it's like truly, people they see me and they're like, "Fuck."
Right.
Oh my god, what order am I?
Yeah. right.
Before him. Thank God.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean,
right,
or even
right.
just still, they're like, I'm on the same bill as him. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
right.
You know what I mean? Like, I gotta put on a performance, and unfortunately for a lot of people, you can't. You know what I mean? Like, they just don't have it in them. You know what I mean? To even be able to do so. You know what I mean? But this is what's supposed to separate it. Like, this is what's supposed to separate it. It's like, it's the people who can't go in there. Because I don't care who it is. Like, Kanye can go and perform, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to look at Toby and be like, I'm about to go out there, and now I gotta go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, now I gotta go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I even noticed, like, after me, again, not using names, but he went out and, like, walked out in the crowd. And I know he did that because I did it. You know what I mean? Because you had to. You know what I mean? Because I set the precedent. Like, I set the bar to here. So you now need to, you know what I mean? And shout out, and I love that. You know what I mean? I love when someone sees me do what I do, and they're like, "Oh shit! Like I gotta step my shit up."
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I gotta
right.
get my shit up, and exactly, you know what I mean? So that's the culture that I'm trying to breed here. Is that steel sharpening steel?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas like, I'm confident in what I do. Oh shit, he's doing his thing. Now let me see and let me push him because I immediately would. Oh, let's go. You know what I mean? Like,
facts, right.
let's go. Like, it would just put a fire under my ass. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no. Shout out to everybody that performed last night. Everyone that had the courage to, pull up and, pop out. Again, I mean, there was people who claimed they're artists or rappers or shit like that fucking didn't show up last night. It's like,
that's crazy.
That's crazy to me.
That's super wild.
Yeah, you would never catch me doing that.
Bro, so after, you and I mean, like, it's just, are you taking a break? Is there going to be any cool down periods, like, just after this project, or?
I mean, there has to be, man. I'm now about to be.
You've been going for, a little bit.
Two projects in a year, multiple music videos.
Yeah.
Fucking singles, you know what I mean? That I released. Like, I put out a lot of content this year. No, don't even mention the goddamn podcast.
Yeah, right.
What we got going on with this, you know what I mean? Just anything of the website and all that, like that. It's just, I definitely need to, taking a step back isn't a word that I like to use. Like, I'm not taking a step back.
Mm-hmm. No, just cool down, bro. Recharge, reset.
I don't even have time to recharge nor reset. Like, it's like, even that is just kind of damn near out of the question. You know what I mean?
It's like a day.
You said a day?
Yeah, just like a day. Just
maybe,
like, let me just chill.
Maybe. I don't know. Because like as of now, like for any, like, if you haven't got any context right now, I don't have a day off in a week. Like, the way my schedule is right now, I literally don't have a day off.
Right.
So I'm
kind of
work
that plane too.
I work 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Literally.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't have the time because and it's not because I choose to.
Right,
Trust me, if it was up to me, I'd have 3 days a week off and I just stack shit for 4 days. You know what I mean? I just don't have that luxury right now. So I have to, unfortunately, come and do things. You know what I mean? Dude, today after performing last night, I want to be on the
chilling,
fucking
not doing
couch,
fucking thing, bro.
beating my shit.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. That's
Oh, shit.
all I want to do today.
Oh shit!
All I
yeah,
wanna do.
yeah,
But you know what I mean? The podcast had to be filmed today.
yeah.
And it was funny because I was even like sitting outside the door and I was like having like a moment in my own mind. Like I've never stepped away from an obligation ever in my life.
Yeah.
Ever. If there's something that is a priority or something that needs to be done, I fucking do it. You know what I mean? So I knew no matter what state I was in from last night, I had to drag my ass one way, somehow here
Yeah.
for the podcast.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Get
so
that good content out there. You know what I mean?
get
Yeah.
that good content out there. You know what I mean? So I don't have time to really relax, but I am interested to see what's going to happen after this project, and again to see like if I am going to film a music video. I'm thinking about getting Enzo involved. in
Okay,
that,
shout out to
and-
Enzo,
and-
word up.
Yeah, and Mitchell involved in that. Like I'm thinking about getting them involved, and Nate of course. You know what I mean, and see if we can do something that's like really dope. Maybe hit up some of the models from last night and see if they want to be some stand-ins for
Okay.
the video. I mean, obviously, there's even old shit. I mean, let's even just state it. Drunk has never had a music video made.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And
It
I
hasn't.
understand that is an issue.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's an issue, but I also know that's something I can film 5 years from now and it still won't fucking matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I might even use footage last night and just call it a fucking music video. Damn near. You know what I mean? I'm about to have 3 music videos from last night,
That's crazy.
including TikTok content and all that shit. Like a lot of footage was, filmed last night, and I put on a hell of a performance for the cameras.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
Like, I
bro,
know
for
that, like the
sure.
cameras
Yeah,
caught
no, but like I've
moments.
definitely had like a good balance of both, playing
Yeah.
to the crowd, hyping them up, and then
Yeah.
all cameras.
I even like the moment was
All
wow,
cameras.
because like I knew like I knew I had to do something to like get them. So like I did the first part, to the camera.
right.
Just the camera. I mean, that's definitely gonna be a music video. Like wow is definitely gonna be one of them. So and then nah, really,
Yeah.
I do this shit for my city. Fucking a girl, and she pretty. Then I turn to the crowd.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And-
right.
yeah, I mean, so that was a dope ass moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm interested in chop up that content, see what that does, and if another performance comes up from now to like I'll never say no to legitimate performance.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Period. You know what I mean? In the future, obviously there's gonna have to be money on the table, but
Yeah.
I'm only gonna start taking that money once the infrastructure's in place.
I feel
Once
that.
everyone's getting paid.
Yeah.
Once everyone's getting paid, then I'll get paid. Cool.
Damn.
You know what I mean? But until that point,
That's
I'll
noble.
do this shit for free
Nah,
because
that's
I'm still gonna
noble.
go out there and do my fucking shit. You know what I
And
mean?
that's real as fuck. That's noble. I feel like I don't want to say that sentiment is lost, but you don't really find people out there that are willing to niggas are looking to eat immediately.
Yeah,
Like what I
for
mean,
themselves, yeah.
looking
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But bro, I really hope you get that rest soon, man. It's gonna be well deserved, bro. You know what I mean? Thank you for taking the time. I know it was a rough one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to make it.
Thank you
in,
for
bro.
continuously holding down this podcast. And
Nah,
again,
man,
this
you
is
know what
only
it is.
growing, and this could potentially look very different. Soon.
Yeah.
And this is due to his dedication. Again, having your parties and your responsibilities. I mean, Toby is here every Saturday or Sunday, depending on what day we film.
Yeah.
Same time, has everything set up. Make sure the artists are comfortable. Make sure they have something to drink. Make sure, you being dedicated to your craft is allowing this to continue to happen, which
Nah,
is
for
allowing
sure.
me to come on my own podcast and be able to talk about
For
the
sure.
events that I have. You know what I mean? And how well we've been coordinated. You know what I mean? Make sure that
Crazy.
this weekend was locked off.
Yep.
Nobody else was. We didn't give a fuck who you were.
Yeah.
Del could have been like, I want to. Like, no.
No, yeah.
I mean, sorry. It's reserved. So no, like, shout out to what you got going on.
Nah,
We have
bro,
some
nah.
dope, guests coming up
Bro,
here.
dope,
Yeah,
dope,
moving
a
forward,
whole
yeah.
lot of
Yeah,
dope
yeah,
shit on the
yeah,
horizon,
yeah.
man. If you ain't
Yeah.
fucking, figured out by now, man.
Yeah.
But Mike, again, thank you, man, for stopping through, bro. Hell of a performance last night, man. You fucking killed it, bro.
Thanks,
And I'm, super excited for the music you got,
If you haven't
coming out.
already, if you're not one of these 1
Go
million,
fucking stream drunk. If you're not,
1,707
Yes, sir.
people, make sure you become the
Absolutely, man. And
1,108th.
listen to
Whatever the
Menace
fuck.
as well. Go
Yeah,
and
listen,
stream
yeah.
that on Spotify too.
Yeah, definitely stream Menace. Look out for you coming out very soon. And look out for the footage of last night to be coming soon.
At Master Creation on IG. You know what I mean?
MastersOfCreationMedia.com.
Yes, sir. MasterCreationMedia.com. Toby King, man. MIC Podcast, episode 61. Community content. You get it all here, man. And we're out, bro.
Thank
Peace.
you.